Well, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Big Bad Caffeinated Podcast. Once again, I'm excited to be back and jump into another episode of Cooking Candace. But before we get started, I feel like it was important to address a few of the comments in some of my previous episodes by people who were concerned that perhaps I was misrepresenting and interpreting some of Candace's actions and motivations. And, it was unfair of me to try and claim that she's out there to destroy everything in Charlie Kirk's legacy. Like, that's unfair. That's definitely not what she's out here doing. She's not celebrating the downfall of everything that Charlie Kirk built.
Breaking news, The Charlie Kirk Show has crashed in the rankings, falling to number 94 on Apple Podcasts, even though it routinely held the top 10 spot in the past and even reached number 1 when Kirk was alive. The reason for that is simple. It is clear. People are telling you how they feel, and they feel that you are not being honest.
Yeah, anyway, let's get into it. Now, I might not be the best judge of character, but you know who is? Candace Owens, and that's right. She is out here calling out the bad faith actors in Turning Point USA. You know you can trust her word, because when she says somebody's condescending, she knows what she's talking about.
Blake Neff, who is incredibly unlikable. I also love Blake because he's trying so hard not to be condescending in that bit. It doesn't come naturally to him. He's extremely condescending.
Now, of course, that might be a whole lot more convincing if she hadn't said this about Blake Neff just a couple of days prior.
The point is, we got Blake Neff, and I want to say, just to reiterate, that I have always maintained that whatever is going on at Turning Point USA, I have not felt that Blake Neff is one of the bad guys, okay? I just have never gotten that particular vibe from him. I believe that when he speaks, he believes that he is telling the truth. And maybe that's why they want him in front of the camera. He's been the only person that has been responding in a way that feels even remotely authentic.
Hey, if you like this kind of content, please consider giving the channel a follow. We're really trying to get to 50 followers, and it would be a big help to the channel. And if you're feeling extra generous, please give a like and a comment on the video. Now, at this point, Candace was still crashing out regarding Turning Point USA's decision to go ahead with their infamous live stream response to Candace Owens' insane claims, and she was demanding that they once again invite her again and arrange it at a time that suits her. And this was a little bit of a strange, departing from what she had previously said about this, like anytime, any place, I don't care, any conditions.
So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything. I fully accept. I say, let's do it tomorrow.
She seems to have a few conditions this time. Not only does she want Erika Kirk there, she wants to ask specifically questions. It kind of seems like she wants to dominate the whole conversation in this live stream, and seems very upset that Turning Point USA are not going to cater to her every whim.
If you are saying that on the 15th, Erika Kirk, as you are insinuating that she's going to be there, right? She's directing this thing. Are you implying here that she's going to actually be in the chair and she's willing to allow me to bring things and to go over timelines and stuff? Like, can you make that offer through the proper channels? Can you actually say that since you now have more details about how it's going to work?
Thankfully, Candace is not going to let Turning Point USA hold her back from this investigation. She's been scanning the crowd of the people who were at UVU that day and has noticed something really suspicious. Men were wearing maroon shirts.
I began scanning the people of the crowd obsessively. Obviously, you should see the folders on my desktop. And I'm referring, of course, now to UVU on September 10th. And there was something that I kept noticing. A weird amount of young men were alone at this event, and they were wearing maroon shirts. In fact, so many of these young men that I was coming across were wearing maroon that at first I legitimately assumed that it had to have been one of the UVU colors. I asked this question so innocently. I was like, to someone at UVU, I was like, oh, are your school colors maroon? And he comes back and he said, no, they're green and white. So my gut told me, okay, that's interesting, because maroon is not exactly a highly ranked color for men, okay? And it can't be that all these men that are wearing maroon also happen to have attended this event alone. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to go back to some of these people. This is by no means everyone. I'm just showing you a few times here. Here we go. We have this young man. This is after the shot. He's wearing maroon. Showing another person here sitting there under the tree after the shot, and he's wearing maroon. Showing another person here. 3 people, 1 shot, all of them alone wearing maroon. We've got this guy in the bush wearing maroon. I could go on and on. This person how many people wearing maroon. I even have a video of someone holding a maroon shirt.
Oh, dude, I can't. Okay, this is the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, it's not possible that these guys just chose. Men don't do that. Men don't wear maroon shoes. Okay, let's just assume for a second. Like, let's just say 1 out of every 100 guys are going to wear a maroon shirt on any day. there's like thousands there. If you had like 3,000 guys there, like that 30 people are going to be wearing maroon shirts. Oh my gosh, I just debunked you. Oh my gosh, it can't possibly be that. It must be a government conspiracy, guys.
Okay. So I mentioned that quite casually, and that thing happened where there was an overreaction for no reason online, so I knew that I was on the right track and I should probably keep going.
Okay, I just want to point out, Candace does this a lot, okay? What she said just there, right? She puts her theories out to the world. She puts them out to the internet. She's just asking questions, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, genuinely. Okay, but her like feedback loop is like, if enough people push back on it, then she's onto something. Like, okay, so if she puts a crazy theory out there and 100 people say, "Oh no, you're wrong. I don't think that's how it is at all." Maybe they're right. Maybe they're onto something. But if 10,000 people say, "No, Candace, you're retarded," then no, that's obviously no. She needs to look harder in this. You're not being genuine. You've been sent by Israel.
So LOL for all of you guys that were saying I'm stupid. I love being called stupid. Every time you call me stupid, it's another little clue that I should follow that. Just, you guys are so obvious. Okay, it's the overreaction to simple things.
This is insane levels of paranoia, and but that's how Candace operates. That's how she gets her theories. Yep, it's well, yeah. I think we're onto something here, guys.
And then we received hundreds of emails from people past and presently in the military around the world, and they said, "Yes, Candace, that is military."
And then Candace like conflates two different things and tries desperately to tie them together in order to make her theory workable. So first of all, she says, "Hey, look, maroon is a military color. It's airborne forces. It's all around the world. So therefore, because military use it as part of their uniform, these guys wearing maroon on that day, they must be military. That's the only logical explanation here." Okay, instead of just guys, like I said, wearing maroon shirts because of what they wore that day.
I am just going to quote a few emails here. One person wrote, quote, "Airborne forces wear maroon, not just in the UK, the USA, and France, as well as in dozens of other militaries."
Now, the other thing here is, okay, I'm 100% Candace gets thousands of emails. No problem. I'm not disputing that at all. But she's got over 5.5 million followers, and the people that she presents as like, backing up her theories, it's never an subject matter expert, okay? It's some wine mum who, I had a neighbor who was a cop. My husband used to be in special forces.
Another person said, quote, "I instantly recalled that when police are in undercover units, the FBI, etc., and they are not in their uniforms, they often have a color of the day or a unit color. It's a signal to anyone else around that you are with that mission or unit," end quote. Another person wrote, quote, "My husband was and led part of the QRF, Quick Reaction Force team, when they were deployed in Iraq. We are retired now. The maroon color in the military means the color is famously associated with military forces, such as the maroon beret of airborne troops around the world."
Like, okay, sure. Like, she could get legitimate special forces guys on there to discuss her theories anytime. And if she did, they would tell her that this is absolute crockpot. Because no, in an actual military operation and that type of thing, they don't just wear uniforms, like, because they're a close-knit group, they know who everybody is, and they know where their positions are in a crowd. They don't need to do this, because it would be easily spottable, like, say, by a podcast host. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Please let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next episode. It'll be coming out very soon.